The DJI Mic is one of, if not the best dual wireless mic solution currently available, and the Insta360 One RS, particularly with its 1-inch Leica Lens Mod attached, is one of my favourite setups when it comes to small action cameras. So why not mix both and create a great overall combo? Just like with the GoPro range of cameras, which needed a rather expensive media mod to go in between, we can't simply connect an external microphone to the Insta360 One RS either. Unlike the DJI range of cameras, who seem to have got things spot on without having to purchase any adapters to interface the two. Thankfully, the Insta360 microphone adapter isn't nearly as expensive as GoPro's example though. It's a lot smaller too, as well as incredibly lightweight. Mainly plastic in construction with a matte black finish, complete with a single USB-C connector on one side. Simply remove the side door from the camera by opening and then pulling outwards to fully release, before lining up and inserting the adapter. It really is as simple as that. This now provides not only a 3.5mm input for an external microphone, but also a USB-C pass-through port on the underside, allowing external charging while using the setup. A nice little addition. Note that thanks to the slimline nature of the adapter, when using the 360 lens module it won't be seen, if used with a slimline microphone receiver that is. So with the DJI Mic receiver in hand, we can go ahead and connect the included audio cable to the side of the receiver, with the other end connected directly to the now attached microphone adapter. To complete the setup, ideally we want to attach the receiver to the camera somewhere rather than leaving it dangling around, since unlike the GoPro Media Mod we have no cold shoe mounting point by default. Unfortunately, that's another separate purchase too, and it's not a cheap one at that either, costing close to the microphone adapter itself, a tough pill to swallow. Still, with both units, I guess we're still looking at less than half the cost of a media mod in the first instance. So with the accessory mounting adapter clipped into the top of the camera bracket, we can go ahead and slide the cold shoe mount onto the DJI Mic receiver before sliding into place. Setup complete. Other than the necessary cable, it's a pretty neat solution. Note that you can actually accomplish the same setup on the camera without using the case at all. Not sure why you'd want to do this considering you can no longer mount the camera to anything, but it's an option nonetheless. Either way, with the camera powered, you'll notice a microphone icon in the top corner, confirming an external microphone is attached and working, along with an audio meter on the left side of the display too, which we can tap in order to make any changes as desired. I'll test leaving things in their default state for the moment though. Bear in mind, if using the 360 lens, you will see the edges of the receiver in this configuration, although personally I tend to use the 1-inch lens most of the time anyway, so not really an issue for my use case. Otherwise, all buttons and controls are still easily accessible, no issues there at all. Okay, so here's for an audio test. I've got the Insta360 One RS mounted with the DJI Mic receiver attached on top, and the transmitter attached to me at chest level right here. Now we do have a slight breeze, and I've forgotten to bring the microphone windscreen with me since it doesn't fit into the DJI Mic case, so we'll have to see how things go with the audio quality without it, but otherwise this should give you a general idea of the audio quality you can expect. I'll switch to some B-roll footage here to give you something a little nicer to look at as you take in the audio, all taken with the Insta360 One RS of course, complete with its 1-inch lens mod, which I really do like. I'll leave a link to the full review of the setup at the end of this video, so do keep an eye out for that. But for now, bear in mind there's no adjustment to audio here at all. Gain is at its default 0, and there's no post-editing whatsoever. So I'm sure audio quality will improve even further with some adjustment, and hopefully that's enough to give you a general idea of the audio quality from a completely stock setup. Now the entire setup, while it looks great, isn't cheap. The Insta360 One RS, then the 1-inch mod in this particular example, then we have the audio adapter, as well as that overpriced accessory mount, even though it's still cheaper than the DJI Media Mod by far, and that's all before adding the external microphone itself. So in all, you'll most likely pick up a high quality mirrorless camera for less. Even so, when it comes to action cameras, although GoPro clearly has the edge with regards to sheer number of features and shooting options, for those who tend to shoot slower moving, more cinematic style shots, especially in lower light conditions, this setup is ideal. It's certainly my preferred option. Video quality is amazingly good, and now we have audio quality to go along with it.